and welcome back to another LunaCraft video. And in today's video, we're going to be completing a build I started earlier this week. Oh, we got company, a little bat. So this is the Hot Springs build. It's in the area called Three Falls, because I'll show you in a second. There's 3 waterfalls surrounding it. So let's get started. Let me show you what I have done so far. So let me hop up into the air. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3 waterfalls. And here we have, let me get situated, our little hot springs. That's in a temple. So the temple is, woo. So I'll first start off, here's our lovely dirt path. Our temple is made of tough, I think that's polished tough, cobblestone bricks, and chiseled tough, along with dark oak planks for the roof, which I missed some when I was placing earlier, but we'll fix that in a second, and pink and light blue stained glass. So let's go make our corrections up here. To help me quickly, after I built this, I used the Axiom mod to help me just try to get the shape down correctly, because you've seen me in the past try to build circles, and we all know that ain't gonna happen. And then I tried to use it to help me build the roof. Did it come out 100% perfect? No, but that's okay. So, first things first, I think we'll go back outside and we will build a couple of lights for our oh my goodness, Mineral Springs or Healing Springs Temple. Whichever you prefer to call it. Let's add that grass back. So I'm placing down some end rods. It's not end rods, lightning rods. Just in various locations. We are trying to give this kind of a magical feel, but also overgrown. And then on top of them, I'm going to be adding hoppers. I did put moss cobblestone brick here because it looked like the waterfall was going to, and the lake was going to overflow its banks, and I didn't want it to invade our temple. Okay. So now I'm just going to temporarily place this plank down. So this way I can add our campfire on top. Okay, so what I will do is I'm going to activate the extended reach. Yep, I already have extended reach on. And see if I can place this without the rest of the campfires without a problem. Which probably isn't going to happen just because of the angle you've got to be on. We don't want it attached to a tree. I am in playing in creative mode, so when I press shift, I do end up falling to the ground. If anybody knows a way around that, please let me know. Let me see. Let's see if I can make these a little bit fancier. So let's try. I usually need trapdoors, but let's try slabs. Or slab. I do have vertical slabs. These are provided by the building blocks mod. And let's go with the regular cobblestone and the vertical mossy one. We need the regular vertical one. Now let's try a quarter piece. And they're again provided by the building blocks mod. The bat just I thought the bat just flew into the fire for a second. So I'm gonna place these down and just randomly switch out a mossy one fort. Just for the heck of it. And I grabbed the wrong quarter slab. Go me. We should have one that's brick. There we go. Now, I don't know if this is going to work because I have not used these too much. Quarter pieces. There we go. So it just finishes off the corners. Not liking how that's looking. Too high for me. Too high and too bulky. That is an issue. So we're just, oops. Gonna go around with a mossy cobblestone. There again, when stone contacts ground, it does get condensation, which would let moss grow on it. Okay, that looks a lot better. Just wanted something kind of fancy. And when I looked at the ones I had built already, they're okay, but they're not fancy. Not fancy enough for me. So I'm just going to quickly replace those. There again, this is all just suggestions. You use your own blocks or what you feel you like better. This is why I don't, or, you know, if, while you're building, another inspiration comes along, feel free to do that. That is why I don't leave exact amounts of items, because honestly, I'm not sure of them myself. So we're going to run into a little problem here doing that. So we're just going to leave that one out. That, you're getting irritating. Go away. I'm trying to be nice and not kill you. So as you can see, I did have to remove some of the grass that I put from my path. That just sometimes happens because I like to lay my path out first. So I can kind of see where everything is going to go. Sorry. Well, he sounds like he just met his demise. Not exactly sure what happened to him, but... Rest in peace, little bat. This is kind of long abandoned and forgotten. So up next, and I made that weird noise again. So up next, I'm going to grab an item frame. And we're going to make some nice torch holders. So I'm going to put... Oops, I had accidentally left a picture frame there. So I'm going to put a picture frame, and then I'm going to add a lectern. And I'm going to turn it sideways, and we are going to get rain. We are so lucky. Every time I shoot, we get rain. Now, I did this before without a problem. Really? Well, I was going to. This is one of those videos I think is going to be cursed. So what happened was I was able to put the picture frame and then the torch on it, the picture frame, the lectern, and then the torch, and then make it invisible, and I had a nice torch holder. Now it's not doing that. I guess I'm losing my mind. But that's okay. There is more than one way to make things. I at least thought there was. Oh man, that is annoying. No. Give it one more shot. Okay, so apparently I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to change up the torches a little. I'm going to switch them to a lever. I want to do a blue torch. And so these are provided by the Pyrite mod. They're actually also levers, but I'm just going to add a couple. Step back and make sure I got them at the right level. Just double checking that I get it equal on both sides. Alright, that's looking good. Next we're going to come in here. I am going to talk a little bit about the water. As you can see, it is a very dark shade of blue. So I layered the bottom section with carpet. The very bottom I did with a frog light, and over that I added a layer of carpet, and then I stacked some wool, and then I added a bunch of the lights to it, the operational lights, and then I put blue stained glass on top of it. So we have our pretty lights there. So let me hop up out of here and get into flight mode. So now we're going to go around and hang some lanterns, because I'm trying to go with kind of a magical vibe, and I love how the soul lanterns give that off. While they don't stop the monsters from spawning, I just think they do look pretty. Or at least I didn't never put enough to stop the monsters from spawning. So we're going to grab some rope. And I'm going to hang a couple of these. So I'm not looking for it to be exact or right in the middle. Gotta remember, this is an old temple, so things I'm sure have gotten off kilter. So there are our lights. We may add a little bit more. I think we'll add some to the corners. I'm going to try to slow down. I'm sorry if I'm flipping around so much. I don't mean to. I know I complain when people do that in their videos because it makes me motion sick. And here I am doing the same thing. You would think that would make me get motion sickness too, but no, it doesn't. Not when I do it. When other people do it, yeah. Go figure. And one last one over here. So I do want this to kind of have a magical vibe. So I am going to be adding in some plants because I do think they add to the magic. So we look up, we should have plenty of lights. And so one of the first things I do, I want to add leaves. So we're going to go into the nature blocks. And take a look. So let's add, I love the mangrove leaves. I probably use them way too much. I want to do the mangrove leaves, and where's that big flower? I forget what it's called. I can never remember what it's called. Oh, here we are. Spore blossom. So we are going to hide it because I do want it to add some magical vibes. Let's see, do they go all the way down? Yes, they do. So I'm going to add several of these, actually. And hopefully won't freak my computer out or my graphics card. I just love, and we're going to hide these, as I said. So if we come down here, we've got all sorts of magic. Well, let's do some by the door, coming down. Is that stopping it from coming down? I hope not. So I'm just trying to spread it out in no particular fashion or anything. You know, just trying to hide it. And it might not work. But we don't know till we try. Let's bring this one down here. You don't want to make it too straight. Because then it doesn't look natural. I have trouble, I think, making stuff look natural. Like it's supposed to be there. Is that something you guys struggle with? I'm also just trying to follow the curve of the roof to give it kind of like a natural hanging vine. Yeah. I don't know whether I'm able to get that vibe. So we had to cut off that rope a little bit, but it should be fine. We'll just do that to make it look more realistic. Here. Hide that one. And extend this one over and down. Yes, I talked a lot to myself. Or to my dog, but he's asleep right now, so I'm just talking to myself. I find when I'm building something like this and I'm talking to myself, the flow does seem to come out better. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Okay, we have this last one that we need to cover. We still have stuff falling. It probably just took a second to regenerate. Oh, I missed one. I knew I was going to do that. I always miss one of something somewhere. So we drop down here. We still have kind of like a falling leaves, even though I'm not updated to that version. So next, let's grab some rooted dirt. And grab a trapdoor. Oops. So, let's see. Oops, we don't want deep slate. Let's look for tough. Because we want it to kind of blend in. So let's do the chisel tough trapdoor. Yay, it stopped raining. Got my shoes wet again. That's so pretty. Normally I would probably have done the cherry blossoms in here, but they wouldn't have fit with the area. So let's also, while we're here, grab a pot. So I'm going to do one of the big pots. And then just add the chisel door to them. So they blend in a bit better. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in these yet. So let's see, are these two lined up? Yes. And yes, okay. So on the two diagonals, I'm going to add a lantern. Just to give it a bit more light. And grab a fence. A rustic one. And go back to the natural blocks. To the lead. Actually, no, I've changed my mind on that. We're going to do some coral. So my mod I have that does let me add coral to pots. So I think I'm going to do a blue coral and a horn coral. To these, just to brighten them up. So I jump up here, hit shift, and then we have our blue coral. Lands in the water a couple times. And there is our horn coral. Just thinking for a second. I think I also want to add some hanging moss. This way it kind of looks like a dead plant or a dried one. It kind of fits in with the environment a little bit. I don't remember if this continues to grow or not. If it does, that's fine. As I said, I do want the overgrown look. I don't want you on that plant. Let's make that really come down. And let's do another one. So in a second, I am going to add glowberries. But what I do want to add, obviously, are plants. And those, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make it look like wildlife took it over. So, we're going to do the sweet berries. And I think the beets. No, not the cocoa beans. Let's go to food. And add some beets. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got a till. Maybe. Oh, I keep spelling it wrong. Okay, we have to add it as seeds. I keep forgetting that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put force place. So I can add our berry vines. I'm just going to do like similar to what I did with the hanging moss, randoms, locations, and random links. And periodically I'm stepping back to make sure everything is good. And let's do a super long one. So the outside, I'm going to use the regular Minecraft trees to decorate it. As you know, I am not good with trees. Working on it, and maybe with the help of the Axiom mod, I can get better. So let's add a little bit over here. And I just keep coming back to the entrance to make sure everything looks right. So in the next couple scenes, I am going to be doing speed edits of adding the trees and the vines and, not wildlife, the vines and the overgrowth outside the building. So see you there. Alright, welcome back guys, and it's time for the review of our hot springs temple. And there she is. So I'm not sure if I told you before, but the path is a mixture of coarse dirt, the different types of grass, and for the debris I just used the oak buttons and some stone buttons. As we get closer to the temple where the hot springs are, it turns from a dirt path kind of into a bit of a muddy path, because I'm sure you'd have a certain amount of water leaking out. As you can see, we have our magical particles coming out. So the overgrowth is a mixture of glowberries, I think jungle, actually mangrove leaves, tall grass, short grass, and some fern. So let's pop in here and take a quick look. So this is what our hot springs looks like, with our lovely blue water and our sandstone stairs, or stepway as I call it, so this way you can go from the shallow end to the deep end. Woo! Okay, so let's hop up out of there. I don't know, I just think the roof is so cool on this one. And whoops, knew I was going to do that. I missed a spot to put some plants. Oops. So let's see. Want something? Let's add some orchids. Or one flower. Nah, I like the orchids better. I thought I broke something. There we go. And here comes our beets up kind of slowly. Let's bone meal them to make them a bit more dramatic. As I said, I am in creative mode, so you would have to have water source going to these crops. So let's come out here and take a look at it from the outside. I decided not to put any extra trees in there because I thought we had enough trees. So this is what it looks like from the outside. So I put overgrowth all around it. Just randomly placing vines and hanging moss and mangrove leaves and the glowberries. So yeah, I think it kind of fits into the area while also sticking out a bit. People really aren't going to see it because we're in a valley surrounded by mountains. But I thought this area just deserved like kind of a cool temper structure, just because of the 3 waterfalls around it and all this natural surroundings. I don't know, to me it just seemed like a magical area. And we're going to take a quick look at it at night, because you know I like to do mood lighting. And mobs do like mood lighting. But I don't think I have too many around here right now. So it does look a bit creepy at night. But I do like the soft glow it gives off. Yeah, and I do love the falling particles. Let's take a quick... We're not going to go all the way around it again. But let's slide back a little bit. So we do get some of the glow that does extend up into the roof. So I'm not going to worry about adding anything in there as far as lighting goes. Okay. So this is take 2 of the recording, because the first one, my mic was muted. Anyway, thank you guys for enjoying another episode of LunaCraft. I know I did say I wasn't going to do any more speed edits, but yeah, I don't want my videos to go too long. And it's just hard for me to edit and then switch like to third person in flashback. I don't know why. I tried it several times, and as I said, it just wasn't vibing. Oh my goodness, now I get the hiccups. It just wasn't vibing well with me. But anyhow, we're going to keep at it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! And I broke something again.